Yeah. Welcome back to Steep in the Woods. Today is about bringing up wood, man. Hey, we got some 2x4s here. I brought up 3 bags of 80-pound concrete. I tried to get 2 at once on the first trip, and it didn't work out so well. I guess 160 pounds plus 200 pounds of me going up a mountain. I lost traction. I also had in first gear, I found out that if you fly up in second gear, that it goes quicker and you don't get stuck as much. It's a little nerve-wracking. If you'll notice, I moved the truck bed that was made out of that old buggy from the back of the four-wheeler to the front of the four-wheeler. It's more useful there. Also, my front tires are loaded with liquid ballast. RV antifreeze is what you want to go for if you're going to load tires on something. That's because, obviously, steep in the woods is super steep, and flipping over is your main concern. So all the weight needs to go on the front of your four-wheeler. Obviously, I hauled like 20 2x4s. A couple of them fell off down the hill. That's cool. But I only got 2 4x4s on the back. So, either way, Huh? Really? What are you snacking on?
What? I was just telling me to ring. I don't want to tell me why about you. I don't can't you like you. You want to worry here, don't drop out that wheel be in it. I listen. I want you can answer what.
Clearly, Ivy is with us today. Yeah! She has been eating jerky and drinking water. Hey, that's an Appalachian child right there. You know, hooray for America and everything. Four-wheeler made it up. A little bit of a catastrophe on the first trip, but whatever. We'll just go faster. Just momentum, you know, and then objects in motion tend to stay in motion, you know. Science. So I'm going to offload these. We're going to set some posts and use this concrete because the concrete cannot sit there. If we leave it here and come back in 3 days, it's going to be a brick. And I don't want a brick. I want concrete in its powdered form to set posts with. Either way, catch you in a little while. What we're doing is we're a little bit pressed for time today. We have the concrete, and if you know anything about that, it's like a perishable thing. Just the humidity in the air will slowly turn it into a brick. We got here late today because it rained like crazy last night. So I wanted it to dry out as much as possible, but that also means we're running on borrowed time as far as, you know, someone's mood and mental status of being so small, and just daylight and other stuff to do. The next 2 days I will not be able to come up here, so we're kind of crunched. But what we're doing is I'm going to put underpinning under the house. And I was thinking about it, and one of the things a lot of people don't know is that I'm super scared of heights, and I'm also really don't like storms. Storms really bother me. So, underpinning, what you usually do is usually just kind of box it in with salt-treated 2x4s, you know, and then screw whatever it is you're going to pin it with. But I got to thinking and looking, and I had a couple used salt-treated 4x4 posts. And I got to thinking, all right, so I got those. How many more would I need to take this thing to the next level? And it turned out it just needed 2. If you know anything about the current situation, you can't hardly find salt-treated wood anywhere, and I just needed 2. What we're going to do is we're actually going to, instead of boxing it in with 2x4s that don't bear any weight, we're going to use 4x4 posts. And that'll help keep the house, I mean, it'll really add, it's not there necessarily to hold weight, obviously, because that's what the block does, but it will add a lot of side-to-side strength. As the wind blows, you know, and me being scared of storms, your house tries to move, well, it has to push these posts down in order to pick up this side. Anyway, long story short, setting some posts, and we're doing it quick because we're running out of time, and the concrete is going to turn to a brick as I'm blabbering. So, is there another bee? No. Okay.
You got something in your hand.
What is it? Is it a bee?
Back hand.
This hand?
Is it dirt? Yeah, I think it's dirt.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to screw this to the bottom of the floor, and that's what will span the distance, and that way it's not one post with pressure points. it can actually, you know, kind of support the entire length. So here we go. Celia's gonna hold this, if possible. All right, so just let my side be fluid. Right there. All right, just make sure yours is level. Level with the edge of the house. Good. Okay. All right, make sure mine is still good. Yep. All right, I'll come over to where you are. Right, tap yours in just a little bit. Right there.
Right there.
Right there, man.
Right here, okay?
Yep.
It's broken.
Yeah.
She's in the background dancing to your saw.
Hey, you ever heard of the thump keg waltz? Well, that's the handsaw jig there. I'm gonna get but obviously I hope that this house lasts for generations, man. As long as you keep up with the roof, you know, it should be fine. So what I did was I put some Appalachian red maple on all these posts, both the used ones and the new ones, because why not? It's not gonna hurt. Obviously I'm gonna slap a little bit on this fresh cut in, and we're gonna set this post, and it's gonna be rock and roll, man. I'm gonna be able to stop worrying about storms here in a little bit. Careful of that hammer.
Can you have it?
Yeah, you can have it. You just be careful with it.
Okay.
Good. All right. I'm going to throw a couple screws in it so we can hold it. You want the tightest fit possible, so I put a couple screws in it so I can kind of hold it up against the house and screw it in, and it'll be hanging. And then while it's hanging, you put in the concrete, and that way, you know, you're not setting the post, and then there's a little gap in it. We want it as solid as possible. All right, it's perfectly level, it's perfectly straight. Now we just fill this hole in with some of that quickcrete, and you know, it takes like 24 hours to set up, but then you're ready to rock and roll. We're also going to take some salt graded 2x4s and do kind of angle braces here. I don't know if we'll do that today, because like I say, it's getting late. We have to wait for the road to dry up. But as long as I have the post and the concrete, I'm happy. One second. Yeah. There is a double stud above both this post and this post on both sides. And then, you know, like I said, we're going to do the angle braces, probably not today, to support the middle. And hey, rock and roll. If you want to get if you really want to go over the edge with it, you can do a line down the center of your house. Don't think I will do that. Don't think it's really necessary. But if I get paranoid enough, you know, it storms, I might do that. So, yeah. All right, so we're now at the point where we mix up the concrete. There's not, I mean, there may be some instructions on the bag, but anybody worth anything doesn't look at that. It's just concrete and water and your wheelbarrow, and you mix it up till you get the consistency that you want. Yeah, watch out, Celia. I found it easier since we were bringing the four-wheeler anyway, just to bring up some water, man. We're setting a post, man.
I want to post.
You want a post?
Sure.
Well, there you go. Tamp it. Come on. There you go. Real good. Well, all right, tamp it real good. There you go. All right, thank you. All right. I need a little bit more water.
I mean, Mom, get water.
I get it.
Yeah.
There we go. You know, Mama's going to the spring to fill up another. You know, Mama's going to the spring to fill up another jug. Not. Don't touch with your hands. Only a stick. There you go. Now you're being helpful. Good job. Can't even have a good stick, huh, girl?
Oh, this is so good.
Here, let me see. I get it. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's all gone, girl. You go tamp that for me?
Okay.
In that post hole over there. Yeah, go tamp that with your stick.
Can you help?
I got you. All right, come on. Follow me. Let's go. Come here. Come on. All right, I'm going to give you a big stick, okay? Now, you got to tamp that. Remember? Tamp it good. There you go. There you go. All right, I'll come back with more concrete. 1 second. Good job. There we go. You all done? Yeah, good job. All done, good job.
It's me. Yeah. It's me.
Remember, don't touch with your hands.
Mama?
Really? All right, just 1 second. Gotta come right back.
No.
Yes. All right, that's it. That's all the time we have today to do this. A little bit later, we'll do some angle supports out of 2x4s, and we'll probably keep going along the entire length of the house at some point. But obviously, the highest points are the most important right now, and we made use of this weird little half day that we had.
I got some more insulation done. We got the post done. Heck yeah. And we had a 4-wheeler this time, which is way better than hiking up the mountain.
Yeah, Today kind of started out great, and then we got a little bummed out. We had like this weird half day to deal with. So I thought, you know what, forget it. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's get something done.
Done.
And that's what we did. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you listening to this kind of halvesy, weird kind of video. But anyway, that's life. That is the day-to-day for everybody, you know. Sometimes you have a full day and you get to rock and roll. Sometimes you just get this little snippet. And you just got to make do with what you have, man. If you want to help support the journey, there's links below. Until next time on Steve in the Woods.
Chee chee chee.